White sugar or brown sugar, which one should you actually be using? Most people think they're interchangeable, but the truth might surprise you. Today, I'll show you the real differences, from taste to texture, and even which one is better for your recipes. At first glance, they look similar, but the differences go far beyond color. In this video, we'll explore how they're made, how they taste, and how they affect your baking. By the end, you'll know exactly which sugar to choose for your recipes. Both white and brown sugar start from the same place, either sugarcane or sugar beets. The juice is extracted, purified, and boiled until crystals form. At this stage, the crystals are naturally brown because they're coated with molasses. For white sugar, manufacturers refine it further, removing almost all traces of molasses to get pure, clean crystals. Brown sugar, on the other hand, either keeps some of that molasses or has molasses added back after refining. That's why brown sugar is moist, darker, and has a stronger flavor compared to white sugar's neutral sweetness. Flavor is one of the biggest differences. White sugar, being highly refined, tastes clean, sweet, and simple. It's a straightforward flavor that sweetens without adding other complex notes, letting your main ingredients shine. Brown sugar, however, brings a much deeper, robust taste thanks to the molasses. It imparts rich notes of caramel and toffee, adding a warm, comforting dimension. It doesn't just sweeten, it adds its own distinct character. This complexity extends into texture. The molasses in brown sugar is hygroscopic, meaning it attracts and holds on to moisture. This makes the sugar itself feel damp and sticky, a crucial property that carries into your baking for softer, denser results. This is why cookies made with brown sugar are famously soft and chewy. In contrast, white sugar lacks that moisture-retaining quality. It allows more water to evaporate during baking, creating a crisper, more delicate structure with a satisfying snap. The same principle applies to brownies. White sugar creates a lighter, cake-like result. But if you want them incredibly dense, moist, and fudgy, brown sugar is the secret ingredient. A lot of people wonder, is brown sugar healthier? The truth is, not really. Brown sugar does contain trace amounts of minerals like calcium, potassium, and iron from the molasses. But the amounts are so tiny that they don't make a meaningful difference. Whether it's white or brown, sugar is best enjoyed in moderation. Not all brown sugars are the same. You'll often see two varieties, light brown and dark brown sugar. Light brown sugar has less molasses, giving it a milder flavor. Dark brown sugar is richer, deeper, and almost smoky in taste. When it comes to storage, white sugar is incredibly low maintenance. Kept dry in an airtight container, its pure sucrose structure gives it an almost unlimited shelf life. Brown sugar, however, is trickier due to its molasses content. That molasses provides wonderful moisture, but as it evaporates over time, the sugar crystals can cement into a solid block. But don't panic. It's completely salvageable. The classic trick is placing a slice of fresh bread in the container. The sugar will draw moisture from the bread, softening it back up. A terracotta sugar saver is also a fantastic tool for long-term prevention. So, which sugar should you use? The choice impacts texture and chemistry. For light, airy results like sponge cakes or crisp meringues, white sugar is perfect, providing clean sweetness. For depth, moisture, and chewiness, think classic cookies or rich glazes, brown sugar is your best friend. The molasses adds a distinct caramel note and keeps baked goods wonderfully soft. And if a recipe specifically calls for one, it's best to stick to it. Swapping them can dramatically change the final texture and taste. Using brown sugar for white might make a cake too dense, while the reverse could make your cookies spread thin and crispy instead of soft and chewy. At the end of the day, both sugars have their place in the kitchen. Think of them like different tools. Sometimes you need a hammer, sometimes a screwdriver. For a light, airy cake or a delicate, crisp cookie, you'll reach for white sugar. But for rich, chewy brownies or a complex barbecue sauce, brown sugar is the perfect choice. The key is knowing when to use each one. And let's clear up a common myth. While brown sugar has trace minerals from molasses, it's not significantly healthier. Nutritionally, they're almost identical. Here's a pro tip for storage. To keep your brown sugar from turning into a rock, just toss a slice of bread or a marshmallow into the container. It works like a charm to keep it soft. Now you know, white sugar and brown sugar aren't the same. Their flavor, texture, and behavior in baking set them apart. So, the next time you're in the kitchen, you'll know exactly which sugar to grab. Which one do you prefer, white sugar or brown sugar? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more food science and kitchen tips.